Mimo bibi akwaba eba Melodies TV so emra Chairman Wontumi ye chain no na ye betumi aka say well na information scanty na ye share their name the reasons why but ende say ensemo aba bonten no ama ye hu die nti a Chairman Wontumi ya che no. In fact there is an article mynewsgh.com and Wontumi online and am ye koko confirm me wo say Chairman Wontumi ne Exim Bank for enya asem interna Iroko for akwa chino Chairman Wontumi lawyer nso a confirm me and say indeed Exim Bank for issue a court writ against Chairman Wontumi Chairman Wontumi ne lawyers no respond and so there is this article from mynewsgh.com more on it. Now, I am actually doing this video because, as you know, I want us to have a very honest conversation about this whole thing. Now, say, what me? Now, what baby? Now, say, and there also because of politics in tea. Or say, oh, tie Chairman Wontumi chia. Ye bisa question. What you say? Very simple. Now, I say, Exim Bank issues writ of sermons to Chairman Wontumi. Now, any. As a lawyer for the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Andy Appiah-Kubi, has disclosed that the Exim Bank has issued a writ of summons to his client, Bernard Enchibu-Esiako, known popularly as Wontumi. Even though he will not disclose the contents of the writ, he indicated that they will respond to it. As Andy Appiah-Kubi, who made this known while briefing the media on Iroko's arrest of Chairman Wontumi, indicated that the writ of sermons issued by the Exim Bank points to the fact that the issue is a civil matter and not criminal. And the Appiah-Kubi in some way can say a civil issue between Chairman Wontumi and the bank and yet criminal. The entire and Iroko for Ababechino. Also, nevertheless, we have also received a writ of sermons from Exim Bank, and we are going to respond to the pleadings tomorrow. I am very hopeful that we will be able to mount a defense of the writ. When we are in court, we will indicate to the court that we consider this a civil matter, for which reason Exim Bank has issued a writ of summons, which we are also responding to. This is one of a supposed criminal investigation, and I'm sure and confident that we will also be able to surmount a defense, he said. Meanwhile, now, meanwhile, grapevine information indicates that Wontumi took a loan of $10 million for maize farming, but abandoned the venture and has failed to pay back to the funds allocated to him for the maize farm. Meanwhile, grapevine information indicates that Wontumi took a loan of $10 million for maize farming but abandoned the venture and has failed to pay back the funds allocated to him for his maize farm. He said Chairman Wontumi call Exim Bank for her. And our kwakwaje busia $10 million. Say or the kwakwa allegedly or the kodia ebru. Oji sikano ebru no wankwan kodia. Sikano nso a womra metua no Chairman Wontumi amma metua. So this is the reason why Chairman Wontumi apparently chino because of a $10 million Exim loan facility. Now mind you, Exim Bank a government bank. Inti abansika $10 million. Chairman Wontumi akwakwaje se odikodo eburo wando wombra mbetua nso mpeso ba betua. Now this is the issue at hand. I want us to look into the technicalities of this issue. Let's ask ourselves some questions and then let's see the ama adiewe ababedruha. You see, because for me, I feel say if this is indeed what happened, then enye Chairman Wontumi pe ene wasi chino. And you understand why I'm saying that. And on Senate Talks Politics, I did a video on AI. And I'm a mammotias say me, I use AI. Emma, me use in a good way. And so we are going to use AI in a good way. Very simple. Yebebisa AI say Ghana ni epeso okoko jibusia ewo Exim Bank. What are the processes involved in securing a loan ewo Exim Bank in Ghana? Because sende yesi Chairman Wontumi akwa $10 million from Exim Bank. One brand betia, one person beba betia, and no hunting here cocochina. $10 million, mind you, MPP time, over 100 million Ghana cedis no. Or the kodo efu, allegedly Wontumi and fan concordo. Ne no hunting and ye china. Yembisa question. Say, Exim Bank okrano. Sa wo kwaje bosia. Edien ene wo se wo ye. Enti e ba ne se na Chairman Wontumi de. Yamfa nan go through sa process no. Ende. Wakwaji sika aye den se wo betua back. The Chairman Wontumi go through the process. If he didn't go through the process, why was the $10 million released to him? Was it just because now buying a was one? Let's go into it. I say, securing a loan facility from the Ghana Export-Import Bank into Exim Bank, no. Securing a loan facility from the Ghana Export-Import Bank involves a structured process aimed at supporting businesses, particularly small and medium enterprises, SMEs, in export development, value addition, job creation, and import substitution. Below is a detailed outline of the processes involved based on available information and general practices for export-import banks. Into a trace Exim Bank no, omobo bosia. Na wamobo bosia, dwedifo okra nyama free abrochire ba Ghana. Ode nyama free Ghana kwa abrochire. Omobo bosia ma companies a wo create jobs ama nkrofo. Omo add value to a certain product. Exim Bank for bobosia now they are yejuma. Na he, I say eligibility assessment. Inti se wo kwa Exim Bank inti ende me Melodies amiti he. Me a businessman. Na makwa Exim Bank. Se me kwa bobosia. Edie na Exim Bank for wo mo behe. Eligibility assessment. Any I say business requirements. To qualify for a loan from Ghana Exim Bank, businesses, especially SMEs, must demonstrate operational viability and growth potential. This includes having a clear business plan and financial projections that show how the loan will be utilized to enhance export capabilities or related activities. First one, okojibosiana. E wase ye hu se ejuma na wo ye no, at least u ejuma nim, at least sika beba. Enye se afiansa wo be hye ejuma na se wo nim se ejuma na ebe fa wo ana se emfa. Enye ejuma bia na wo ye wo ejuma deda. Ejuma na potential se sika wom u make sika wom deda, but u pese u scale up. Ati ase u ton pure I mean nye se untumi nko se wo koje bosia e de aba ton pure water e wo Exim Bank there, but I am just doing example so you understand. Enti yemfa ne se u ton pure water wo kwan ho usika nso into ukoko top water bag ba ko a na ukoton wo kwan ho a by 1 minute ni ya top water na wie, by 1 hour ni ya to ewie. Inti wako obi ho e kosre ne se mesre obo mebosia na me nkofa pure water ni bebre because me kogina kwan ho na me ton bag ba ko pena by 1 minute ni ya to ewie. Inti na tre se me di bebre begu ho a possibility se nkrofo beto no e wo ho, it is viable. Inti Exim Bank no answer no beba obosia no behwe se ejuma na wo ye no sika wom, there's a possibility say obetumi enye sika ye di sika hye mu a obetumi scale up na sika bebre aba na. On that level, answer na MPP beba aba mu kra no em se na nkrofo bebre na anim se Chairman Wontumi oyobi a odo owefuo. In fact, if you go on Google and you ask and na uko type wo Google AI mu obeka tell say Chairman Wontumi, also known as Mr. Bernard Entwibu Esiako, is the owner of a 10,000-acre maize farm located in Setre Central District of the Ashanti region in Ghana. Inti, yesi Chairman Wontumi no, owenfuo, in fact, in 2018, na UTV4, omoye program ya yefen ayiko, emse still omoye ayiko, na omokoko interview eye ejadifo in 20 mesi ejadifo ekuafo in 2018 omokoko ye Chairman Wontumi interview in about a 40 minutes long interview a obehu ni say indeed na Chairman Wontumi owefuo. Inti sende Chairman Wontumi akwa bobosia ewo Exim Bank for ho na ye pese ye check eligibility no se wo de kwa akoto a Well, he can use those videos and the financial statement from the farm and all of those things to say indeed, me dodeda, me wa 10,000 acre. Inti ne se mutumi tumu mamia, me tumi akọ high. And indeed, if 10,000 acre no, or we be 50 people working on that farm, or tumu akọ 20,000 krana, technically no, obefa nkrofo bebre. So he's employing another 50 people potentially. And so based on that, Chairman Wontumi can't secure a loan from Exim Bank. Based on the first eligibility, no, Chairman Wontumi betumi enya sika every Exim Bank for. Now let's go to the second one. Also sector focus. Ghana Exim Bank prioritizes businesses involved in export-oriented activities, such as manufacturing, agriculture, or services that contribute to Ghana's export-led economy. The bank supports sectors like agro-processing, textiles, and other value-added industries. Inti yesi, Exim Bank no, enya nkrofo keke, obia keke, eni ema ne bosia. Companies bia wamoye focused in agric, wamoye focused in textiles, wamoye focused in value-added industry, ana wamoye value-added things, wamoye export-oriented. Inti Chairman Wontumi say okodo 10 million. Yes, on also ya agric. Do a friend saying a brufua a agric. So Chairman Wontumi falls into the sector, still under eligibility. Track record. Applicants typically need a proven track record of trading, either domestically or internationally, to demonstrate reliability and capacity to repay the loan. Track record. Chairman Wontumi is eligible. Aside everything else, he is politically exposed. He is well known in this country. Exim Bank for Behun is a way on Yane because he has political ambitions in this country. And you see Kentino Obejane. And so he has that track record. And Nuhunti, based on the first requirement, eligibility assessment, if Chairman Wontumi goes for a 10 million facility, he will be granted because he is eligible. Now let's go to application submission. Or say, prepare documentation. Businesses must submit a formal credit application, which includes a detailed business plan outlining the purpose of the loan, future vision, goals, and significant accomplishments to date. Into who apply, I was say what draw plan, business plan. Dachi, uji sikani wia, dear na odebeye, dachi bi, say na usika nebe looky like, say na ube to me etia, nesa nyamani nano. And you see all these things, Chairman Wontumi, so no personal loan to me yekrana. He has educated people around him. And he could just pay them to do it for him. That's what I say. There are people who can do this easily. Okay? Just within a day. They will draw a business plan for him and all that. Until the end, problem. Financial statement, including income statements, balance sheet, and cash flow projections. I was out the financial statements, eba. Usika sem seneti. I mean, Chairman Wontumi sika sem there. Any problem. So he will pass. Information on key stakeholders, directors, and equity composition. Stakeholders or more. Yes, ebia Chairman Wontumi pe nenim enode ba beje bosiano. Nanso ebia there are other stakeholders be, other shareholders be a omunsu wechi. Into omunsu information on fambra. Easily he can get that. Details of any existing liabilities, example, loans, overdrafts, and related companies. For details, bra, when they are the only busian or babajiana, waji busian beat pen, edi aye juma beat deda, a juma ben a wataye, busian waji edi aye jumano, a kuku see saying. And indeed, Chairman Wontumi aside, sa farming we know, he also has, mining, he also has, events saying, construction, and all those places, so na kobetumi aji busian di aye, inti obetumi show say, oh, maji busian edi aye construction ma metia. Inti no eno krabe man krofo hu say oh waje busunya tia dade a oba se obaje busunya we a yemfa ma no. I say for SMEs, specific documentation may be required to demonstrate growth potential and operational viability. Contact into uria watro send your reach out to them through the website. But you see Chairman Wontumi no, he's not going to reach out to them through the website. Or no Chairman Wontumi ne there. Or abemu na ba na aba. Into no direct link. E dini ba ya yehu se Chairman Wontumi din wo so na ya de be ma no. Now we say ahase na asem no wo say evaluation and Credit Risk Assessment. Review by Ghana Exim Bank. Also, the bank conducts a thorough credit risk assessment, analyzing the submitted financial documents and business plan. This involves evaluating the applicant's income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow to assess repayment ability. In the bank, no, ode information in abano, e yomomo asede se omo betenase. Na omo ye investigations afa wasem. You see, it is one of the reasons why I personally know nanka all these state-owned enterprises no any kwansi ye political. Because instead say ye before bia obetumi aye adwuma no politics inti ye di obi akwa akɔhye ho inti political figure bi ba obi a obetumi aye adwuma ne behu ne say political figure we yen scrutinizing ne yie no we oye politician we MPP ni no te ho inti ne chairman aba the chairman on qualify or qualify you obema no because I am the chairman eye ade abakwa ebo Ghana form into here the evaluation and the credit risk assessment watre e was a bank ni tenase no more evaluate the business plan evaluate sika na so ubetua no ubetumi etia repayment ability. Can you pay? Are you able to pay? Do you have the ability to repay? They have to assess the cash flow. If Chairman Wontumi akwaje $10 million. Now when to me ntia na no hunti Exim Bank for Edenakwa, they have themselves to also blame. Why? Because probably the repayment ability ananke was say one yesterday say they didn't do it well. Because all your repayment ability who say nipa krono obetumi etia ka no. Owe japade bia se wontumi entia kra ye betumi de yensa to so ne age japade no. Nende wontumi entia na akwa ye se enye ne japade ne yeje akwa ye se enyama wode kire se obetumi etia no ene yensa nka na kire se yanye ye adwuma ye nti ye chi a enye Chairman Wontumi pe ne wo se ye chi. Also due diligence. Ghana Exim Bank may verify the business's operational history, market potential, and compliance with regulatory requirements. This includes checking for compliance with the Bank of Ghana's regulations and ensuring the business is not engaged in prohibited practices. Also, collateral and security. Collateral and security. Also, depending on the loan type, Ghana Exim Bank may require collateral such as inventory, receivables, or other assets. For example, export financing may involve a charge on export receivables or other forms of security like ECGC cover, Export Credit Guarantee Corporation. Obronika se collateral, ubeje bosiani eka se collateral, na te se udi bibi ba besi awawa. Inti wo kwaje bosian. Okay. Upesika. Ye de bosian lebe ma odie. Na so fa wo dan ba besi awawa. Inti se we ntua na ya ton wo dan na ye nya yesika. Obebo bosian, obeje bosian, no problem. Upesika. Edie na wo car, fa car ba besi awa. In fact, you see what the rich people they do, and they say some of them krano omo stock holdings ene kokobo bosian. A perfect example. Yemfa say obi ewo shares ewo company bi mu te say MTN. Na the shares na ewo company mu te say MTN no, the value is let's say 80 million Ghana cedis, right? Or 80 million Ghana cedis as the value of the shares ewo MTN. Na ope bosian e de aye adwuma. Na bosian na ope no ope 10 million Ghana cedis e de aye adwuma. Nipa ko no betumi akọ bank ne ho na waka say oh me ni sika me de be ma mo de nanso me was shares. I have shares. A year worth 80 million. Inti me the shares no AC awawa. Because yes, the bank knows. Say, well, shares no a stock. Ati asiye. Say oji sika no na wan fa mba ye betumi aton shares ni ati sika won. Ye ati sika. Inti esika fo bebre ewo wiase mu no. That is how the omo bobosi omo di omo business. Omo stock omo shareholdings no omo di esi awawa no omo di abobosia. Inti my problem is that Chairman Wontumi bosian we a okokobo wo Ghana Exim Bank yi. Edie na odisi awawa. Because Chairman Wontumi di BBC awawa. Nanka by this time, enye ne say ye de Chairman Wontumi ekọ court. Enye ne say by this time ye chi Chairman Wontumi. Nanka eno no say ye hwe na say Wontumi entua. Eno ne say ade a wodi si awawa no ya ton na ye de ate ye ka. Enti eno so ye make sure say ade a wodi si awawa no eson krasin sika na wo ba beje no. Enti say nde Chairman Wontumi ye say 10 million ne de ne kokota. Tre say wo ba say wo beje sika no wa ma wamfa bibia nsi awawa na. Because nana buying ewo. And I think say you see if you search online for even the rate for this Exim Bank that you are not finding it. We need more information on this because it looks like the information on this, no, as I said earlier, is extremely scanty. We need to know what happened, what went on. Dientia enene obiaba bank si wo beje bosua na wagie ewie ni ehwe nim se obetia na afei akwakoya asem enne eno hunti ye chi no ende eno hunti ye de na kokot because odi BBC awawa se ye nkokot odi BBC awawa se ye nkonkochi no inti no Chairman Wontumi na aban inti okoji sika no ye de man sa ya ma wanfa bibia nsi awawa. What are we saying? What are we saying? And so it goes on to give more details at here on the securing an Exim Bank loan. If you want to secure Exim Bank loan, you know. But basically, no, I just wanted to show you the procedure in securing an Exim Bank loan, so you know that if this is what is happening, then any Chairman Wontumi nkwa na osi blame no. Omo ananka wo Exim Bank during the era of President Akufo-Addo no. What were they doing there? Na no kra no say Chairman Wontumi mpo na ne na asem aba na say MPP for bebre na no. Was that how they finance themselves? We need to look into it. Won't try your comment box ni mo medase.